circumstances. And again, whatever the atmosphere is, I mean, you may think we're nicer, we're Labour, they'll be nice to us.
You're citing this deal to me, and I'm telling you that I'm not buying it, and I don't think the House of Commons is buying it, because it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to all sides, to Leavers, to Remainers.
Have you read it?
Yes, I have, actually, but I'm sure you have too.
I've read an awful lot of it, yeah.
Well, I've read it all, thank you.
So you say it's unacceptable,
yes,
even though it includes lots of things the Labour Party has said.
It doesn't. I mean, this is the problem with it, if you'll forgive me, Andrew. The problem with it is that it's machine politics. It's kicking the can down the road. It's designed to look as if it can please everybody, and it can't. And the problem is that it contains no vision, no clear vision for what Britain is going to be in the future. And if there's any hint, it's in the fact that there'll be no regression from workers' rights as they are now, but there certainly won't be continued progress in line with the European Union in the future.
Because we're not members.
No, but we believe in the same values and standards.
I can't understand why you want to leave the EU.
I don't want to leave the EU. I campaign to remain.
But you're going to go into a general election campaign as a member of a party whose manifesto says we are leaving the EU. We are
I'm a Democrat. I don't know about you.
Enablers.
I don't know about you, Andrew, but I'm a Democrat.
Don't try and patronise me. I'm as much a Democrat as you are.
I certainly wouldn't try to patronise you.
Anyway,
and I'm sure you would never try and patronise me.
Neither way. Let me read you what Lisa Nandy says, Labour MP. Having a UK-wide customs arrangement would be a really big piece of the jigsaw for Labour and something that we ought to consider. That is what is here. Not forever, but for foreseeable future.
I'm not satisfied with the protections in that document. In particular, I'm not satisfied that it protects workers' rights, environmental and consumer protections.
You've spent most of your career being in favour of free speech and human rights and all of that. You've got lots of Labour MPs who look at the possibility of no deal and are so worried about it that they are contemplating voting with the government and voting for the withdrawal agreement. What do you say to them? I say
that's not the choice. We can work together. We heard some very big hints, for example, from Nicola Sturgeon a few moments ago. If we vote down this desperately unattractive deal, we can work together across parties, and I've also done that all of my career, by the way. We can work together across parties to make sure that there is another alternative, which is a jobs-first arrangement, the closest possible partnership with the European Union that safeguards, yes, business and industry, but also environmental, consumer and worker rights.
Well, we can agree it's a pretty thumping document. Are you really saying you can renegotiate that within a matter of weeks?
Size isn't everything.
You can renegotiate that in time for our leaving the EU in March?
I believe that if Theresa May acts now and acts in the areas of particular concern, there is still time to renegotiate this. The question is she going to listen? And of course, there are 5 members of her own cabinet, those that are left, who are urging her to renegotiate as well. So I'm not alone in this view.
But we've also heard Angela Merkel and many more saying it's too late, it can't be done.
Well, you know, this is what people say in times of negotiation. The EU has ample form for renegotiating, as with Lisbon, at the last minute. So I'm confident that if there's real will, and if Theresa May listens, she listens to people on all sides who are unhappy with this terrible deal that, I mean, not least, that locks us into a halfway house in which we have no say. If she listens, there's still time to save this.
All right, Shami Chakrabarti, thank you for talking to us. Now, look.